Hello guys, and thank you for tuning to this channel and watching this video. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how, everything from scratch to the final project of 3D faded text animation. You can see it in this video. You can find it on Motionary. I'm gonna go through the whole process of it. So it's a long tutorial with lots of information about 3D inside After Effects. So uh, let's start it with where did I find the idea of making this 3D text? Well, I have some website that I'm going through for finding inspiration and finding the idea. One of them, which is the best one, is the Dribble. I'm searching for 3D text, and here I'm looking for some inspiration for my next project usually. Or Pinterest, I do as well. In Pinterest I search 3D text, and what I found is the faded 3D text from Tara Brodinsky. You can find lots of other texts in the same style, and I think this is good to go with. So after finding the idea, I have the challenge of making it inside After Effects. And if you have used After Effects 3D text before, you know it's some sort of new thing inside After Effects, and it's not totally completed. What I mean is, when you're making a 3D text, you're not able anymore to apply any effect like a gradient on it and make the background fade like that. So you need to come up with a solution to create this gradient at your text. So let's begin the tutorial. Inside After Effects, I'm making a new composition, and after that I'm writing down the text that I want to do. And probably it's best to make it all in capital letters, and turn the 3D layer switch on. Then from render on top of compositing panel, choose the Cinema 4D, or if in your case it's Classic 3D, just click on it, and from render drop down menu choose either Cinema 4D or Ray Trace and hit OK. After that, open the layer, go to geometry option and set the extrusion depth to 800. We want the text to be a very long text because we want to work on the extruded side of it. So the next step is to create a camera and find a good angle. For the camera, I'm turning off. I'll hit OK, and from here I'll turn off the depth of field, and then choose the camera tool and try to find a good angle to see the length of the text. I mean the Z depth length of the text. So as you see, my text is in plain white and there is no shadow to show the edges or show the shape of the text. So to create the shadows and the gradient as well, I'm using the light. Hit right click, hit new, and find light, set it on a spot, intensity to 60, and probably you need to turn on cast shadow. Hit OK. And after you have the light, after you see the light, just duplicate the light to 4 lights, because we want to set them at 4 dimension of this 4 side of this text, let's say. After creating those lights, go to 4 views and start by light 1. change the direction of it to shine from the top on the text. And in top layer, if you see, we can have a gradient with the light and shadow on the text, and later on we can color it or use it as the transparent. We will show you. So I'm setting the light on top, making sure the edges are visible. I can see the edges as well. And the back of the text, the end of the text should not be visible. The end of the text, which is here, and the light hasn't reached it yet. So I'm sure now in this case, the end of the text are deep in black and they're not visible. The light number 2, I'm gonna set this one to shine from the left of the text to it. Make sure when you selecting the light to move its position, do not select any axis, because it's gonna limit your movement to the selected axis. And if you want to move the light freehand, just select the back of the light where there is no any axis showing beside your mouse cursor. So the right side is fine, and I can see from the right, which I have a very nice gradient on the right side. I'm choosing the light number 3, and we'll set the number 3 to shine from bottom. And the light number 4, you guess, I'm gonna put it at the right. Again, I'm sure the light will not cover the end of the text. As you see, the light is cutting off the text, and the back of the text does not accept any light. So as you see, all the lights are set, and if I use the camera tool again and turn around the text, all the sides are faded, and we need one more light to use for the front side. Guys, here this way is not gonna be a very smooth, and it's gonna be a heavy rendering, because you have 4 lights, probably 5, and a camera and a 3D environment. So this is not gonna be something very fast rendering. This is the one way that I found to overcome this problem. If you find any other solution, please be generous and leave your solution down in comments, so me and other people that are watching this video can use your way and make it faster to render. So I'm going back to the text and set up my 5th light. Probably I can delete the 5th light, and I can use the light on top and above, but change their direction to cover up a little bit of the face of the text. So for doing that, I'm just a little bit making the light on top diagonal, and the one on the bottom as well. The bottom as well. Maybe I can use the left and the right and do the same with them, and give it a slightly angle to the text so the text is readable. Okay, and the light number 4, I can read the text now. What else I can do is to increase probably the light's intensities to 100, and let's see how does that affect 100 for this one. 100 for light number 2. Yes, they accepted all the 100 intensity. Very well. I can go back to one view, change the camera angle to have the kind of bird view on the text. And now I'm ready to proceed to the next level and use what I have as a transparent layer at the back. So I'm gonna make a new composition and write the name, let's say main comp. Bring the comp one, change the name of the comp to text comp, and bring it down to the main comp. I can have a background, double click on the shape layer, so it will give me a shape which fits the composition. Bring it to the layer below and change the name to BG as a background, and give it a very nice ramp gradient. Gradient ramp. And again, if you're having some difficulties for finding a new gradient color, I suggest you go back and either find a nice picture here with the good gradient, something like that to use, or just search for gradient and you can even add trend in 2020 or 2021 and find a trended gradient color, which is this blue one. I guess the color of the year is this blue. Used to be. Now we're in 2021. So the color will change. So I'm gonna choose that one as well. And what the cool thing about After Effects is, with the color picker, you can pick the color even outside of the After Effects. You see here, my mouse cursor does not show any pickup color tool. But if I select on it, as you see, the color is already picked. So this is one thing about After Effects is, which I'm crazy about it, how you can access the outside of the After Effects. So for the next color, I lost the picture. For the next color, I'm choosing the little bit blue. So this is the gradient I have. I'm gonna give it a life, little bit adjusted, and probably swipe the colors. The lower would be darkened and the upper would be lighter. And the next thing that I'm going to do is to probably shine up the text by going to color correction, use curves, and whiten the white side and darken the dark side. We have a light problem on the E here. It doesn't accept too much light. We're gonna fix it later on. And after that, I'm going to choose blending mode of the add or lighten or screen. Screen is fine if you want to change the blending mode without opening this drop down menu, which is going to cost you losing the side of the composition that you have. The shortcut is to hold down the shift button on the Windows and hit plus or minus key. And on Mac, I don't know, please leave the comment down below so I can use your suggestions. So I'm done with this text, and the next thing I can do is to on top of the text comp, or either make a new shape layer and change the name to color and settings. What I need is to be able to control the camera from the main composition, I don't have to go to the text camera and change the composition here, change the camera angle here, and then go back. I want everything to be set on this composition. So the colors are easy. I'm gonna make the colors first, right clicking on the effect and go to expression control and check color control, and set the color control from here and change the name to BG color 01, and with Control D duplicate that and choose darker side of it and BG number 2, and one else I want to duplicate it and change this one to text color, and the text color was on white like that. For the text color, I can go to the curve. Either I can access the text color here, or give a fill effect to this layer, to the text layer, or I can use the effect, tint effect, on top of the composition of it, pre-comp of it. So I'm gonna choose color correction and hit tint. Leave the black alone, because the black is the side that made this transparent for us, so we won't change it. And change the white map. But to link the white map to the control setting, what we need to do is lock the effect panel on top of the effect panel for control for color and setting. Lock it up, lock it down, and then go to the text comp, hit E button to open the effects, open the tint, and give the white palette of color to the text color. So if I want to test it out, yes, I can access it. For now, leave it up here. And for the camera, what I need is a pointer to control the camera. So go to expression control and select point control. Let's explain how the camera here works. If I go to for view and just pay your attention to the camera, I will open the camera. It has point of interest and it has a position. Point of interest is the point that basically the camera is looking at, and we don't want to change it. We want the camera to always look at the text. So we will leave the point of interest, and we will link the position to the point control. But the point control has already two dimensions, which is the X and Y, or the horizontal, the vertical and the horizontal. I mean the opposite way, horizontal and vertical. But the position on camera has the Z depth as well. So we'll go back to the main comp and try to find the 3D point. Go to expression control and 3D point control, which has the Z as well. Change the name to camera position, and then go back to the text comp. And because we don't want to change the view that we already have, we're not gonna go straightforward link the position to the text, because with doing that, as you see, all the position of the text will take up the position of the slider. So before doing that, copy the value of the position of the camera and paste it on the point control first, and after that I'm going to link the position of the camera to the camera position on color and setting. And with that, we can have our camera to move. We are able to move with this little icon, or we are able to move it from here. We can definitely zoom or zoom back. Probably it's not a very easy task to change the camera, but you will get it as as soon as you start to changing the numbers or changing this little icon, you will get the camera how it moves. All right. So the next step is to add the animation on your text. Let's go to text comp, to the text. And thanks for God, the animation on text works on 3D. I mean, no effect work on 3D, nothing that I found which is interesting me, but the text animation is working, and that's a very sweet thing. I will add position and change the position on vertical axis to 1060, and then start to play with the range selector. Put start on 0, hit a keyframe, and on second 2 I'll rise the start to 100 and change and check my animation. Well, I'm not very happy with this position because the text is 3D, and it's gonna look nicer if the text comes from the Z depth, from the Z axis. So I'll delete the position and go to the add in front of animator 1, go to add properties and enable per character 3D, and then add property position. Now I have 3 dimensions, and I'm gonna choose the Z one. I'm gonna increase the Z to the limit, to the place which the text goes to the shadow, and it won't be visible at the first frame. So if I play that, you can see the text is coming from the dark. Definitely give it a ease, give the start a nice ease, 60 by 60 or 85, let's say 80, 180. By the way, Keyframe Wingman is a nice toolkit that comes with animation composer from Mr. Horse, and it's free to use. It's very handy. I suggest you to go to animation composer and download it and start to using it. So we're done here. I'm gonna preview the animation we made. Probably you can adjust the speed of this animation, and if you want to set the outro, the easy way is to just select these keyframes, Control C and Control V, copy it there. So for doing that, you can select both of this keyframe, right click on it, on either one, go to Keyframe Assistant and Time Reverse Keyframes. This will reverse your keyframes, and the problem is this code, this menu does work for one layer, and if you wanna copy multiple properties keyframes, You can use probably key cloner I'm using. It's pretty nice script that does the job. Let me unlock it and choose two keyframes and clone and reverse. And I have those keyframe reversed here for the end of my animation. So guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think by leaving the comment down below, and if you think you need more tutorials like that, just give me thumbs up. I can understand that you like this kind of tutorials. I'm gonna make it more in future. For now, I'm planning to give out these tutorials every Saturday in the morning, so you can you can manage your time to access it, and in the weekend you have free time to practice the techniques and master it out. Uh, as I said, this is not a very quick tutorial which you want to just pick up an information middle of your work. You need to set time and practice to get the techniques and get the details of this tutorial. So thank you for your time. I hope you guys enjoyed and making very great visuals. I will be more happy to see the result. Just check out our website and join our Discord community to communicate and to chat about it. Thank you. Thumbs up. Stay safe. Bye.